Hello, we're back again. This is a weird camera angle, but it's a lot of text that I didn't read, and I want to give it justice. So I'm going to look down from here during this video. This spring, my lovely friend, Lena. Hi, Lena. She told me about SCPs. I had some kind of knowledge about SCPs, but not a lot. But then she told me one about a plate, and I couldn't let it go, and it's been in my mind rent-free for a couple of months now. So my thinking was, what other funny SCPs are there? So I found 3. The links will be down below for anyone who is interested in reading more about these. I just thought that these descriptions were absolutely hilarious. So let's start off with SCP-2598. It's object class safe, so it's not dangerous. But this is the description. SCP-2598 is a large yellow underwing moth wearing a small helmet. Apart from this and its behavior, no other anomalous characteristics are discernible. SCP-2598 is able to communicate with humans by colliding with their heads in a pattern consistent with American Morse code. While SCP-2598 is apparently able to hear and understand English, it is only able to communicate a return message in this manner. Despite having been offered specially designed automatic translation pads with which it could collide, SCP-2598 has thus far seemed either unable or unwilling to use any such device. During conversation, SCP-2598 will invariably attempt to redirect the conversation towards a sales pitch for a helmet designed for moths. I don't know who wrote this, but I want to be your friend. I'm just saying. And I urge you to look this SCP up, because the conversations with this SCP is just amazing. SCP-586. Object class scarf. SCP-586 is a small smelt metallic object, pale green in color. The anomalous profession of the object was discovered by accident. In any sentence written about the object, at least one typist will be created. Specifically, one or more words will be replaced by and incorrect word. Lab report 586B. A test to determine if SCP-586 has an effective range has turned up with the following result. A D personnel was seated 1 meter from the object and gasped to write the control phrase. A quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. A second D personnel, located in data expunged, was presented with a phonograph of the object and asked to describe it in a sentence. Result number 1, a quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Result number 2, it looks like a piece of garden hose. I don't know why, but that got me. And lastly, we have SCP-504, object class safe. SCP-504 is a species of tomato physically and genetically identical to that of a typical commercially grown tomato. It was recovered in redacted Kentucky after a woman reported to the police that her farmer husband had been murdered by his lunch. The Foundation is currently working to identify and destroy loose strains of SCP-504 in the surrounding commercial farming areas. When a poor attempt at humor is made verbally within human hearing range of SCP-504's tomatoes, they instantly accelerate to a speed of at least 100 miles per hour, approximately 116 kilometers per hour, 45 meters per second, in the direction of the sound source. Only mature tomatoes separated from their vines and less than 10% rotten or chemically compromised exhibit this effect once each. Tomatoes do not have to be physically intact, though ingested tomatoes are usually insulated enough from sound to prevent their effects before neutralization by stomach acid. SCP-504 tomatoes seem to reach speeds relative to the inciting attempt at humor. Relevant variables seem to include corniness, humor-to-length ratio, and use of puns. Language seems to be irrelevant. I would love to find more of these because I laughed so hard at SCP-2598. I can just imagine like a moth bouncing on your head using Morse code. But thank you so much for watching this impromptu funny SCP video. If you liked it or have more SCPs, then leave a comment and like, subscribe, do all of that, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.